If the Prime Minister has lied to the Commons, it is a resignation event. That's the standard, and that's the principle. Yesterday, Britain witnessed a moment that electrified politics in a way few could have imagined. Katie Hopkins stepped onto the stage at the Unite the Kingdom March in central London, and in just 5 minutes, she delivered a speech that sent shockwaves across Westminster and beyond. The crowd was enormous. Police estimated 15,000, while organizers claimed over 20,000 filled Parliament Square, spilling onto Westminster Bridge and surrounding streets. Union Jacks stretched as far as the eye could see. Street vendors ran out of flags, and local businesses reported record-breaking trade. This was not the usual political rally. It felt more like a cultural uprising. Before she even spoke, anticipation hung in the air. And then, as Hopkins raised her voice, the entire square erupted. She told the crowd, "They want you to whisper your patriotism. They want you to feel shame for the flag your grandfathers died defending." The response was deafening. 15,000 voices roared back in unison, waving flags so intensely that the air itself seemed to move. Veterans saluted, strangers embraced, children sat on shoulders pointing at the stage. Reporters who have covered British politics for decades admitted they had never seen energy like this. The reaction online was just as staggering. Within hours, clips of the speech racked up over 2 million views. TikTok shares soared to 800,000 in less than half a day. Instagram Reels crossed 1.2 million. YouTube clips exceeded 500,000 before midnight. By the next morning, #UniteTheKingdom was trending nationwide, forcing politicians from every party to respond. Even Downing Street issued an emergency statement late on a Sunday night, an almost unprecedented move. Mainstream outlets scrambled to frame the event. The BBC led with criticism, Sky News convened expert panels, The Guardian ran 4 negative opinion pieces, and Channel 4 devoted its evening bulletin to condemning populism. But here's what they won't tell you. Every attack seemed to supercharge the movement, fueling even more shares, comments, and support. What made Hopkins's speech so explosive wasn't just the rhetoric, it was what political scientists call the representation gap. Across Britain, millions feel unspoken for, ignored by both government and media. Cambridge research shows this sentiment has grown 340% since 2019. Hopkins tapped directly into that anger and frustration, cutting through carefully crafted political language and speaking like someone with nothing left to lose. The demographic breakdown was just as revealing. Exit polling found 38% of attendees had never been to any political event before. The average age was 42, with a wide mix of teachers, nurses, small business owners, veterans, farmers, and students. These weren't career activists, these were ordinary people who felt compelled to show up. Politicians rushed to condemn the rally. Home Secretary James cleverly called it divisive. Keir Starmer warned of dangerous populism. Ed Davey demanded investigations. The SNP called for restrictions on future events. Yet every establishment response only reinforced Hopkins's central point, that dissenting voices are being silenced. Her message struck 7 key themes: economic nationalism, cultural preservation, free speech anxiety, distrust of institutions, democratic deficit, pride in national identity, and a resistance narrative that ordinary people must organize against elites. Each theme set off minutes-long chants and cheers. When she shouted, "They call you racist for loving your culture, extremist for defending your traditions," the crowd roared so loudly it could be heard 6 blocks away. And this isn't just a UK story. European populist movements immediately amplified the footage. Marine Le Pen tweeted congratulations. Germany's AfD posted subtitled clips. Italy's League praised it as inspiring. Across the continent, populist leaders saw London as a signal fire. The timing could not be more significant. With local elections just weeks away, economic pressures mounting, immigration at record highs, and trust in institutions at historic lows, Hopkins's message landed at the perfect moment. Whether you agree with her or not, her speech channeled feelings that cannot be dismissed. As the crowds dispersed through the London streets, something undeniable had shifted. For 5 intense minutes, 15,000 people found their collective voice, and Britain's political establishment is still scrambling to respond. The question now is simple. Was this the spark of a lasting movement, or just a moment of noise? What do you think? Did Hopkins give voice to ordinary Britons ignored by politics, or did she cross dangerous lines that risk dividing the country? Share your thoughts below. I read every single comment. And if you want more fearless breakdowns of political events the mainstream won't cover honestly, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Tomorrow, we'll be analyzing the full fallout, new polling numbers, and exclusive voices from the crowd who were there when history happened.